Welcome, fight fans. Bigfoot is on holiday, so I'm taking over for today. Look, I have some huge and important announcements to make, so buckle in. UFC 324 is Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the Interim Lightweight Belt. Now, before you jump out of your jockstrap, let me explain. Ilia Topuria texted me a few days ago, and he's going to be out of action for a few months. Look, the guy has some personal issues, which we won't get into, but when you carry around a bunch of roses and start passing them out to every broad wearing high heels, you're asking for trouble. Ilia's one of the biggest stars that I got at the moment, and let me be honest, I can't afford to have him losing to Arman right now. So when he returns, hopefully sometime in March 2026, he'll be ready to take on the winner of Gaethje versus Pimblett, and I think he destroys either of these guys. I think Arman's a problem for Ilia. Hell, he's a problem for everyone in the lightweight division, but this is the fight business. This isn't Microsoft, and I need Ilia around as champ to help bring in some star power and dollars with this frickin' Paramount deal. Look, I saw the tweet from Arman. This does make sense. It makes perfect business sense. Arman, you knucklehead. You pulled out at the last minute against Islam, and I hate you, man. And another thing, you don't put enough bums on seats, and you're from Russia. And President Trump doesn't like Russians. Now, if you don't like it, go eat more camel, because I'm the frickin' boss here. So Gaethje versus Pimblett makes perfect sense. Gaethje threatened to retire if he didn't fight for the belt. So I made this as an interim belt, even though it doesn't make much sense. And I like Paddy. He's got a funny accent, draws in the crowds, and I think we can market him as a future star. So Gaethje and Pimblett are both getting Dana White privilege. Look, what I really need is another Conor McGregor, but we'll just have to do with what we got. This is the fight business. We're talking about a $7.7 billion deal with Paramount. I need frickin' stars who can give me eyeballs and put bums on seats. Now, on the same card, we have Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes for the women's bantamweight title. The two baddest ladies on the planet. Look, I think Harrison versus Nunes is a fight that deserves to headline its own card, but we need to kick off the Paramount era with a big bang. I'm not too sure if the Gaethje versus Pimblett fight by itself is enough to draw in big crowds, but I figure that by adding Kayla versus Nunes, we got enough of a card to make this thing a banger, and bangers are what I need. So we got a few other fights on the card at UFC 324. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. Sean's a star, man, but there's no frickin' way he beats Merab. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo. Look, Umar's English isn't that great, but I hope he becomes a star like Khabib in Islam. Look, that's it for UFC 324. I can't be sharing any more insider intel like this. Go sign up with Paramount and watch the frickin' fight.